Good morning from beautiful downtown Blue Ridge, Circuit World in Blue Ridge. I know we turned it around a little bit. I hope the sun is okay. Keep an eye on that, Amanda. Dr. Raymond Tidman is with us here already this morning. We're glad to have him. But I had to turn it around, Amanda. Check. I come in and I was like, JR, can I sit on this couch? That's how it was. I said, can I sit on this couch?
I love that couch, by the way.
I had to turn around. This is great. This is great. Hey, JR.
Yeah.
Like, I watch you in the morning move the furniture around here. Like, if you make a delivery, do you have like an upcharge that you'll stay another 20 minutes and maybe, you know, move the dining room set over a little? Maybe. Okay. Anyhow, I'm your host, BKP. It's a beautiful Friday morning. We're at Circuit World at 8:15. We will have Ask the Doc. Dr. William Whaley. We don't know if he's in Morocco, China. He may be, skiing the Swiss Alps. We never know with Dr. William Whaley, but we are glad to have with us this morning Dr. Raymond Tidman. We thank the Georgia Cancer Specialist affiliated with Northside Hospital for that segment. That's at 8:15. At 8:45 this morning will be time for the All-Star Political Panel. Rick and Bruce will be with us, and Rick and Bruce will be with us, All-Star Political Panel, and we'll round out the show, hopefully, with a Pet of the Week from the Humane Society of Blue Ridge. Now, I was trying to think of this, you know. I almost opened the show. You know what I almost opened the show doing? Hey.
Oh, God.
Right? You know, that's Fat Albert.
Yeah.
Fat Albert, and you know, he's got it down. Hey, Fat Albert is going to jail 30 years. You know what his prison name's going to be, JR?
No, what?
Jello Puddin' Pop. That's his prison name. I can't help it. I didn't do it. Whoa, that Jello pudding. I'm sorry, I can't do Bill Cosby.
You can't.
Jello pudding.
You
Yeah.
can go Clinton, though.
Jello pudding. Man, that Jello pudding, right? And you know what? You know what they're going to say at the table in the morning at prison?
What's that?
That bill says the damnedest things. That's what they're going to say. I got a whole list. I can do nighttime. That's what they're going to say. They're going to say, you know what? You know what they're going to play in prison, JR, when Bill gets there? They're going to play I Spy.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's see how many more I have. And then there'll be then there'll be career day. Okay? Yeah, you know, when you're in there, they have to train you to come back out and enter into society and be a productive member of society. You know what? And you know what he's going to train for while he's in there? He's going to train to be a doctor. He's even going to call himself Cliff Huxtable. I think I'm out. I might be out. I'm sorry, folks. I know it's only 8 in the morning. Did I have to do that? But tell me, yeah. So Bill Cosby is guilty. Guilty. He didn't like that. He got upset. And it was, you know, several times during the trial, he had to look over and they had to tell him that the prosecutor's name wasn't Rudy. Anyhow, he played in I Spy. He played Fat Albert. Remember that Saturday morning? I almost feel like now, can I go back and erase that? Like every Saturday morning, hey, it's Fat Albert. I even know the song. And then he was on the show. He got that from Art Linkletter. Art Linkletter did a show that was called The Kids Say the Darndest Things. I think I'm the one that said the damnedest things, right? The darndest things.
You said darndest first.
Did I say that?
Then you said
yeah, but I'm not supposed to say damnedest on Friday. But I'll quit saying it. So anyhow, he got a show saying kids say the darndest things. That came off of remake from Art Linkletter, and then he played Cliff Huxtable. But Bill Cosby, Jello Pudding Pop, is headed to jail. How can you not do that material? I did not steal it from anybody. I mean, the nighttime material is great. Hey, folks, let's go. Oh, wait a minute. You know what else gets me with this Bill Cosby going to prison thing? I'm perplexed. And that's really where I should be on Friday, is perplexed, right? But I'm perplexed. You ready, JR?
Yeah.
Bill Cosby's going to prison yet. Hillary Clinton, John Podesta, Uma Abedin, James Comey, John Brennan, James Clapper, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, Andrew McCabe, George Soros, and the list go on. Walk free. Among Us. They are among us. It's like one of those shows, Among Us, a sci-fi show. I feel like that knowing they're out there. Does it not make you nervous this morning just knowing Hillary's out there somewhere, but Bill Cosby's going to jail? Anyhow. All right. Last night, the Comey interview on Bret Baier. Bret Baier of Fox did an outstanding job. We'll talk about that with the All-Star Political Panel. Okay? And but here's what I want to get into this morning before I ask the doc. Service and casualties in major wars. Now listen to me. We're going to switch, okay? We're switching. I'm going to get serious a minute. Because I did watch, okay, I did watch MSNBC this morning at 6 o'clock while I was out here sitting in a car waiting for JR to get here. Anyhow, so I watched MSNBC at 6 o'clock, and they were finding everything wrong. After they did 20 minutes of Michael Cohen, Trump's attorney, and Trump and all of that, they went into how it all looks good between North and South Korea. It all looks good. But can we really trust them over there? Can we trust North Korea? And I was sitting there this morning thinking, if these same people that call themselves journalists, which they are not, if these same people that are analyzing this, all right, they called in the guys with the bow ties, they're all sitting around the table, and they're analyzing what's really going on. I mean, it could not be peace. It could not be fire and fury. It cannot be Rocket Man. It cannot be my button's larger than your button and it works. It cannot be that, folks. It's not possible anything Trump has done in 14 months can circumvent and actually be a catalyst to bring peace to the region of North and South Korea. 1953, I think it is. All right? Now, we'll get into that. So they're trying to find everything wrong only on one network, and that is Fox. And, you know, I call Fox Republican comfort food for Republicans, as Fox knows. Now, I don't dislike them, but that's what I call them, okay? But what I'm really looking at here is all the other networks, whatever they may be, they will be breaking down everything about the North and South Korea peace treaty to see what it is we can't trust. And what is Kim Jong-un really up to in North Korea? What will go wrong here? If only these same bow tie analysts, former State Department, they're going to bring in all the former State Department, the failed people over the last 24 years. They're going to bring them all in. They failed. So they're going to bring, so what are we really, they're going to get them in there, what are we really watching for during these negotiations? Because they're not going to say yours failed, but we do know they promised your administration much more, and they went back on their word. Interesting. They're going to bring them all in. Former State Department, former National Security, former everybody's going to walk through, and they're going to do panel after panel of what's wrong. I watched it this morning, right? It can't be trusted. If only this same panel was assembled. If only the same questions were asked. If only at any time they showed 1 ounce of distrust with the Iran nuclear deal, that they are here. It's a terrible deal. If only they would have highlighted the $500 billion pallet drop of cash so our hostages in Iran could leave. If only they would highlight that even today Iran is saying death to America, wipe Israel off the face of the... If only they would have looked a little closer then. But I have to get this thing moving. In 1944, do you realize today that under Donald Trump's administration, now I don't want to jump the gun, all right? I don't want to jump the gun but do you realize there's talk already of Donald Trump, President Xi of China, President Moon, can't pronounce the last two syllables there, of South Korea, and dictator from North Korea, Kim Jong-un, there's already talk in a joint Nobel Peace Prize. Whoa, where am I at? Where am I? Is this a third dimension in time? Am I Rod Sterling? Is this the Twilight Zone? 14 months later. Do you realize since 1953, and I hope I don't get any of my facts wrong, there's no peace. There's never been a peace treaty between the two. Do you realize yesterday, now first of all, put up the two pictures. Mike Pompeo is now Secretary of State. Mike Pompeo. Here's a couple pictures that have been released, okay? Been released from our government, released these, where Mike Pompeo met with, all right, Kim Jong-un in the secret meeting over Easter. You know, where the media try to lead you to believe that they parachuted him in the middle of the night and everything. But no, he had a meeting there. He is now Secretary of State. We'll get into that with the All-Star panel. Then, 2 weeks later, just start anything with the President of South Korea and Kim Jong-un. The demilitarized zone. You see, up until now, North Korea still feels they're at war with the South. There was a truce. There was a ceasefire. But there was not a peace treaty. The demilitarized zone was built so they could come together, the leaders of the two countries, and negotiate peace. First time in history since 1953 has a North Korean dictator or a South Korean president stepped over the line. Kim Jong-un went to South Korea yesterday. President Moon, whatever his name is, South Korea, he went to North Korea yesterday. They sat down together. They shook hands. They went to the peace house. Absolutely. They signed agreements. They signed agreements. Now I'm going somewhere with this because I want you to stay with me on this. They signed agreements yesterday. Kim Jong-un said no more war. They both said no more war in Korea. Not North to South, no more war. Kim Jong-un said we're going to demilitarize. Now my joke of the day is, this is my joke, is Kim Jong-un said to the South Korean president, hey, can I take one of those Kia Altimas back, or Ultras or whatever? I hear those Kias are nice cars. My joke is he's wearing this black all the time. You know, there's going to be trade. The South Korean president already told him, we're going to come and help you any way we can. I think they're waiting to get a TJ Maxx so the guy can get a plaid sport coat and get out of the black print. I'm not joking. I'm very serious. First time. Now everybody's looking for what's wrong. Peace in the region. Something that has been failed. Remember, Bill Clinton, we did the 24 years of failed. Now the reason I'm very upset in some ways with the national media, that they call themselves media, because what we should be talking about is, you know, when our kids go off to war, there should be a time, and we can't go down that rabbit hole now, but there should be a time of reflection of what did they go for? What did they give their life for? So for the document I have, I hope I'm not wrong. For the number, according to the Pentagon, the Korean War battle is at 33,652 died in the Korean War battle. 33,652 Americans died in that battle. So to those families, and you know, you're not here to see it, but for those 33,652, and maybe some Korean veterans out there, when I go to VA Veterans Day, Try not to get too upset. I go there, I'll see the guys wearing their hats. They all wear their hats. And you know what? You don't go and see the guys wearing their hats that say World War II anymore. Just don't. And every Veterans Day when I go, you go and you see the hats, and they will say Korea and have the year. Okay? I go in the crowd, there's less hats every year that say Korea. Now I go to the crowd, and there's more and more hats that say Vietnam. And the point I'm making is, those men and women that served during the time in 1950s, that have friends that died for you this morning, that are sitting there, and a friend of yours died in Korea, maybe you can just look up and say, you know what? There's a peace treaty today between North and South Korea. But do you see the media doing that? No. Absolutely not. You see Morning Joe, that piece of garbage, doing that in Minka? No. Do you see anybody saying that? Maybe I'm off the rails. Maybe I'm the wrong direction. It's just the kind of guy I am. 33,652 Americans died in Korea, according to this statement, okay? I probably should take my break there. But you know what? Fire and fury, when old Trump tweeted out fire and fury, and everybody was cringing, what would North Korea do? Rocket Man. And when Trump said, Rocket Man, oh my God, what will he do? And when Trump said, I have a button and it's bigger than yours and it works, and I will wipe you off the face of the earth, oh my God, what has Trump done now? I don't know. I guess I got it all wrong. Maybe it was the women's North and South Korean unified hockey team that brought this all about. Maybe that's where I'm wrong this morning. I'm your host, BKP. We'll be back in just a minute with Ask the Doc, Dr. Raymond Tidman, right after these messages.